barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. So I'm gonna respond to 78's comments, and I'll just say to 78, I don't disagree with nothing you're saying. 0%, nothing. And two, my videos aren't about Floyd Mayweather at all. I use Floyd Mayweather's name to get an emotional reaction and to force a click. It's about strengths and weaknesses and characteristics in a man. I don't believe money is how you get a woman. Money is an asset to sustain. Money is an asset that you acquire, but it takes character, chivalry, fuck the shit out of them, all the above. And three, I wrote a book called Why Did I Sleep With Him? About how I bagged hundreds and hundreds of women with no money. No money. I feel free to go to Amazon and purchase it. That'll be a great read for some of y'all. I use confidence and the gift of gab. Countless celebrities, countless teachers, whatever the case you want to call them. And I was fairly successful at it. So it's nothing about that. So I think you misinterpreted. I don't think you actually listened to the entire video. I don't believe you. I think the title of it caused an emotional reaction, and you didn't allow the comprehension to seep through. And let's take this to a higher level. Everything you say about Floyd Mayweather is true. I've had private conversations with him. I did a video about the All Lives Matter, about me disagreeing with you, and I absolutely said I have the most to lose in this situation. You know, I've made, oh shit, I mean, I don't want to discuss how much money I've made. But at the end of the day, I think it's just essential that we stay true to the core, because the same accusations that we accuse Floyd Mayweather of not being loyal to the culture is the same accusations that we accuse Golden Boy of, you know, with those emails. I did not one video on Canelo and Golden Boy. I didn't promote the fight at all. I didn't watch the NFL for 2 weeks in a row. And so I know we don't have time to fight every battle. I completely understand all of that. But Ticket made a great point on Smoke City Mobcast. I don't understand why y'all mentioning it, but to each his own. I'm going to paraphrase what Ticket TV said. To each his own. Y'all do what y'all want to do, but I don't understand why a black media outlet is supporting a Golden Boy event. I agree with him. So I stayed silent and tucked my tail this weekend, and you know, I did some family stuff for the most part. I hung out with friends. I did some family stuff. Went to family dinner last night, and but I agree with everything. I support their raw emotion. I support all of that, and this is not no sarcasm or anything like that. I agree. I love fighting, and if you believe that, we got to stay the course. Now, where it gets challenging, and here's the challenge. The real challenge. You're fighting for a fighter. You're fighting for a fighter. Now, at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, these young fighters got to stand up and say, no, this is my marketplace. You're still in my market share. Obviously, for obvious reasons. One, Oscar De La Hoya is fighting. Two, the new budget comes out in December. The first fight is in December. We all know this. So does Floyd Mayweather see an opportunity? Is he being an opportunist? Absolutely. And I think 78, you summed it up eloquently. It made a whole bunch of sense to me. You said when you got out of jail, you stepped on the block and someone had dominated your block, and you said, he said, if you want it, I respect you. I understand this was your block. If you want it, you got to take it like Tyson. And you said you moved on, which I believe was the wisest decision. And you did it, I forget, you said some square way. I think you used the term square. I support that. You know, that's the message I actually want you to talk to my cousins. I need to set that shit up. You understand what I'm saying? So you can talk to my cousins and inspire my cousins. And that's real talk. These fighters gotta say, this is my block, homie. And poetically fitting, if you want it, you got to take it like Tyson. So we can't. That was my problem with the NFL last year. That was my problem. I said, why am I standing up fighting for these millionaires? These guys have all the power. They got all the Twitter followers, Instagram followers, everything. And yet, they do nothing about it. They don't take a knee. They don't call Jerry Jones out. And I'm saying, why should I hold myself accountable? Why should I fight for them when they have more money than me, more power than me, and can move the meter far greater than I can? And then Jerry Jones came out and made it personal. Jerry Jones said something that struck a chord with me, and I said, you know what? They tried to instill a rule, and I said, you know what? That's personal. That's infringing upon the culture. So I said, I'm not watching the NFL this year. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the truth. So at the end of the day, I think everything he's saying is right, 1,000%. I think everyone is misinterpreting my video because I said Floyd is still your girl. They didn't even want to listen. After that, they tuned the fuck out. I ain't talking. That video was not about Floyd at all. Not one part of that video is about Floyd Mayweather. Not one. Not one. It's about us as men. If I change the title and I put it, us as men gotta master ourselves, master who we are, to take care of our surroundings, it would get 100 likes and 0 dislikes. That's basically the title. We need self-mastery. If I put that in the title, it's gonna do 500 views, maybe get 7 comments. But if I put Floyd Mayweather in the title, it's gonna do 100 views, get thousands of views. Do 100. It's gonna get 100 comments, excuse me, and do thousands of views. That's YouTube. That's how you do it. You understand? That's how I get you guys to click. As I told you guys, boxing is the candy. The message is in the medicine. You understand? And like 78 said, I'm not mad if I rub you guys the wrong way. My purpose is, and I'm not perfect at it. I'm the first to admit I'm not perfect at it. But at the end of the day, I think that the conversation needs to be had every day about being a man, somehow, some way, some shape or fashion. And I'm not perfect at it. I'm not. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, everyone has a right to put their money and to put their energies and their money where they see fit. I'm just being real with you. Like me, I told you guys, I find weaknesses in the game, in the marketplace. If Floyd Mayweather fight again and he's going to be in a 2.5, 3-1 favorite, I'm going to move $50,000 out of one of my accounts and put that in 5 casinos and bet on Floyd Mayweather. I'm just being real honest with you guys. I mean, he could get knocked out. Yeah, but even if I lost $50,000, I'm not going to tell you, you know how much money I've made on Floyd just betting him blind? Same thing with Lomachenko. I bet him blind. So I'm finding weaknesses in the marketplace. Like today on my Instagram, I talked about, since hurricane season, Home Depot has gone up $12 a share. If you buy 1,000 shares, I know it costs money, but just think hypothetical. If you buy 1,000 shares August 1st, it's September 16th, 17th. In a month and a half, you've made $12,000. If a plane crashes tonight, God forbid, I'm not being morbid. If Delta plane crashes and they stock is 40, it's going to go down to like $27 instantly. Not instantly, over a week, over a 2-week period because of the media, right? I'm buying the stock. And I'm going to make money off of it. It's going to go back up after the holiday season. People are going to start traveling. They're going to put the deals out. you know, basically fly for free, $150 round trip to get you to support them. And what do you know? The stock is back up to $40 in 6 months. I made $13 a share if I bought it at $27. If I buy 1,000 shares, I've made $13,000. I've made $13,000 in 6 months just letting it work for me. That's just the reality of the game. Last year, I told everybody buy Nike stock at $57. Nike stock is at a record $83. Opened up at $83 this morning. Opened up at $83 this morning. I've made $67, $77. It's $26. I made $26 a share. You know, if I've bought 1,000 shares, right? I've made $26,000. I'm just putting out real numbers, and that's the truth. If you bought 100 shares, 100 times 26, you've made $2,600. So that's where I'm at with this in terms of money, in terms of character, and how it relates to you. I support all of that. If you don't support Floyd, that's cool. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad with it at all. But if I know if I put Floyd Mayweather in the title, it's going to cause an emotional reaction, because like 78, he emotionally responded. He didn't listen to the video though. Not one. He didn't completely listen to the video, because I told you guys in the second video, in the second minute, it's not about Floyd Mayweather. This video is not about Floyd Mayweather. It's about strengths and weaknesses. And I never mentioned money. Never mentioned money. Never talked about how money can sustain a woman. Never talked about that. I talked about working on your weaknesses as a man. I said if you're a woman, if your woman love having late night dinners, that's the extra work you got to do. For me, it's working out. I want to stay in shape because I want to do this as long as I can. I want to play my son in basketball one-on-one to the day I die. I'm just being real G with you guys. When my son is a freshman in high school, I will be 54 years old. I want to play one-on-one with my son. You understand? If my daughter decides to play sports, when she is... Oh, no. Lincoln will be 50. Kennedy will be 54. So, I mean, I'll be 54 when Kennedy is in school. So that's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, everything you're saying, Black Fight Fan, all you guys is true. 1,000%. Canelo is eating off the block, though. Matter of fact, not Canelo. Golden Boy is eating off the block. You know how much press Canelo got by all the videos that was done? And I couldn't agree with y'all 1,000%. We control the narrative. I don't doubt it one bit. One bit. You know, Ticket dropped the video this morning about Earl Spence being overweight. I looked at that and I was like, damn, I never realized that. I was at dinner with him 2 weeks ago Friday. You know what I mean? I'm like, whoa, I didn't know he was that big. No, I really didn't. I really didn't. I never thought about that. You know, I never looked to think like, man, this guy's, it's funny, but, and then when someone brings it to your attention, you like, wow. You know what I mean? For real. So anyways, man, as I said, you're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong. And I think the core of this all is to find our truth. What is our truth? If you're, for real, what is your truth? And live by it and stick by it, and everything will be A1. So if you don't support Floyd Mayweather, don't support Floyd Mayweather. You understand? If you don't support Golden Boy, don't support Golden Boy. You understand? I thought that was refreshing when Ticket got on the Smoke City Mobcast. Like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? I thought we wasn't supporting Golden Boy. You understand what I'm saying? Like for real. And I'll be 100 with you guys. I've had conversation with Floyd about the All Lives Matter comments. I've had. It's just I'm just being real G and real honest with you. You understand what I'm saying? And I did a video about it, how I didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. And I followed it up with a private conversation. You understand? He walked, as Black Fight fans say, he walked out the last fight with the black ski mask on. That sums it up, what he's after. We know the new budget drops in December. We all know this. So at the end of the day, pick your fights and sustain them. You understand what I'm saying? Because realistically, I think Golden Boy is a more current topic. as it relates to being visceral because he's not black. So let's use that, because that definitely strikes a chord in terms of culture, in terms of race relations, in terms of hatred and everything else. Every time we mention his name, it increases their bottom line. It increases Canelo cachet. I'm just being real honest with you every time. So that's just what I believe. You know, so everyone chooses their fights. You know, and at the end of the day, you have to do nothing but respect them. You understand? So anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. I'm halfway to the gym. It was no traffic on the exposition, which was kind of shocking. But I'm kind of late though. It's 9:17. Monday, we got a late start. Kennedy overslept a little bit. So anyways, I'm off to the gym to go lift some weights. Hopefully I inspired and encouraged somebody to work out this morning. I did my morning run this morning, 4:30 this morning. And that's it, man. But I just want to encourage you, like for real. And I say this genuinely. You're absolutely right, 78. You're not wrong. There's nothing wrong about that message. Nothing. I say that genuinely, respectfully. Nothing wrong with it. I just think that people have the same could be said about Golden Boy and Canelo. That's I don't know if that's a contradiction. I don't understand it, but I side with Ticket. I'm not mentioning Golden Boy. I just refuse to, because I think it's intentional. I think it's ultra intentional. And when I heard Nate Campbell's interview, it confirmed. You understand what I'm saying? And what happened to me in that press conference? It confirmed who they are. You understand what I'm saying? So that's just what I believe. So, barbershop conversations, man. I'm about 6 minutes away from the gym, and I want this video to upload. So, barbershop conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Let's keep this 78. Do a video later about manhood. I'm not telling you when and how to do it, because I know I watch a lot of your videos, and I know you like, I ain't doing no video because you told me not to. That nigga said, no, I'm not telling you to do a video. Feel free to come at me and, you know, do what you do. And but I think overall message is, in my head, we need to hold ourselves accountable, be the greatest version of ourselves, and trust and work on self-mastery. That's the goal. Work on self-mastery. If I gotta use boxing, if I gotta be wrong, if I gotta put Floyd Mayweather in the title to get your attention, I'm going to do it. Alright? I'm not upset about it. I love the interaction. I love the engagement. I'm not upset when people disagree with me and say, Fred, you're a sucker for... Listen, go read my book. Why did I sleep with him? God damn, you know how many A-list celebrities I bagged? You know how many Laker and Clipper girls I bagged? Using the gift of gab and being broke? Go read my book. Amazon. I done sold 50,000 copies of that book. Go read the book. The book is done now. That book came out 12 years ago, 10 years ago, or something like that. But go read the book. All right. So enjoy it, and when you read that book, you're really gonna know what's behind my smile. You're gonna learn a lot about what's behind that smile. It does good. Matter of fact, I need to put it on PayPal. I'm gonna do a video on it on PayPal. Matter of fact, yes, that's what I'm gonna do. I need to re-release that book. I'm gonna re-release and re-promote that book, because y'all niggas really need to understand. Y'all. My version of it, you know what I mean? I wasn't a gun token dude. I did it with my intelligence. I did it, and it was all a game. It was all a game. It was all a game as it relates to women. I just played the game. Don't you know 70% of my papers in college I never typed? I never wrote a book in college. Great game and good dick. That's what it was all about. Read the book. Read the book, 78. Great game and good, at minimum, at good dick. Don't you know I never paid rent in college when I lived off campus? Never paid rent. My senior year, didn't pay rent. My roommates called me Freebie Freddy. My boy Kurt will be down here on the 19th through the 23rd. We were roommates. He'll tell you that story. Anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. Feel free, hit the subscribe button, and I'm gonna re-release that book for the boxing fans. Why did I sleep with him? Talk to you guys soon. Peace.